Okay, I will try to keep my presentation short, 15 minutes. And now I would like to give you a brief summary of what SOFiSTiK is. And I hope this presentation will be very interesting to people for whom this conference is the very first time they have to deal with SOFiSTiK. SOFiSTiK is being used in more than 60 countries, and there are quite many users in Russia and in CIS countries. And here you can see which companies are using SOFiSTiK in their daily life for engineering, for solving engineering problems. Besides, many universities of Russia are using SOFiSTiK for training engineers to be. This product, this software, is designed to solve various engineering problems that our designers and engineers face for bridges, for structures, for all sorts of industries. And the niche compared to other products is mid-range and highly complicated and complex structures. So you can use it for buildings of more than 25 stories, for beam bridges and special structures and plants, for special structures. And you can compare SOFiSTiK to Robot, to Stark, to Lyra, to Stad, or you can use it for highly complex structures and buildings. And SOFiSTiK can be compared to Nevastream and other sophisticated software. The aim of the developers of SOFiSTiK was to create a unified single environment, building and soil, with underground structures and with structures above the ground level, in order to be able to take into account all impacts, wind and vibrations and so on. So what are the advantages of SOFiSTiK? It's an international brand for finite element analysis and for design. It's modular and very flexible and scalable. SOFiSTiK has a very user-friendly interface and is countrified, is adapted to Russian building codes and norms. It is combined to Revit, to Autodesk BIM solution, and it has an internal CAD-INP language for parametric modeling and analysis for unique problems where graphic interface is not enough. And SOFiSTiK is designed for all engineering analysis areas. And besides, this solution has Russian certificates for software. Here you can see a list of modules, because I mentioned that this product has a modular structure, the preprocessors, processors, solvers and post-processors, and some modules for data exchange with other applications. Everything what combines them is a single SOFiSTiK database. That's the main user interface. From here, you can start all the modules. Here, it's navigation panel, where you can add tasks, interactive workspace with animated preview and tables for data input. For you to understand all the capabilities of SOFiSTiK, let us mention the major modules. Let's start with preprocessors. The major preprocessors is SOFI+. a graphic preprocessor. It's an add-on to AutoCAD. We simply add a panel to AutoCAD, and it enables you to create models, to assign loads, and after that, everything can be exported to the SOFiSTiK analysis database. Preprocessor based on Autodesk Revit is via extension, and it enables you to export the analysis, the analytical model, and then process it in SOFiSTiK. Yet another preprocessor for geotechnical problems is WinTube. You can create soil here and then work with it in SOFiSTiK. After model creation, we need to export the model. And there are certain two modules, SOFiMesh A and SOFiMesh C, for different tasks. And you can generate finite element mesh. Let's imagine you have a mesh generated in another SOFIA product, and you can use SOFiMesh A to generate finite element model, and this mesh is 100% correct, which is certified by an international certificate. Here you can see some types of finite element meshes. I won't go into much detail, but it's enough to say that it is enough to be able to find a solution to any engineering problem. One more important thing is text editor Teddy. You can use commands, and you can describe any task that can be performed in SOFiSTiK in text form. Aqua is a very widely used module for materials and for sections. A very wide material library is available to users. Besides, users can adjust any linear and nonlinear properties. Also, ghost materials and properties are available, and you can create your customized library of elements and sections. SOFiLoad is designed for loads and impacts of all sorts. In addition to SOFiLoad, that's a unique module for wind impact and dynamic wind load. Tandon for pre-tension and post-stressing. You can create geometry and adjust pre-tension or post-tension. Construction Stage Manager, or CSM, is designed for construction sequencing, for bridges and for buildings and for different types of structures. Universal Solver, ACE, has 4 options for linear static calculations, for nonlinear calculation, for geometrical non-linearity, physical non-linearity, and so on. A special module for dynamic analysis. The next one is for half space to consider interoperation between soil and structures, and for several structures in one soil area. And Hydra for potential transfer, fluid dynamics, and concrete. Ella will be useful to bridge designers to consider all the necessary aspects of bridge design. SIR is for finite element analysis for pre-stressed structures, Maxima for combined loads in automatic or in manual mode, and Dolphin for CFD analysis of structures and buildings. It's time. And now just briefly about post-processing. It's AQBS for rebar and optimization. BMS, it's the same for reinforcement of shells. BDK for deplaning and torsional load, and several modules for visualization and for representation of results in tables and spreadsheets. It's available in Russian also. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Marinin. We have no time for questions, but I will allow just one question from the floor. Some managers of construction companies didn't have engineering education. They come from finance, even from hospitality industry. So what should these managers do, and what shall they tell to their general managers? What do they need to tell back in their offices to their general directors to persuade them to buy SOFiSTiK and to use SOFiSTiK? This product can substitute any analysis products that are used currently. One SOFiSTiK can do the job of several products, and besides, it's not very expensive. Or is it very expensive? It depends on your needs. We can select an option compared to the modules that can be compared to Russian affordable products or a very sophisticated solution. Thank you.